Sound Production. Sound Production. Sound Production.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. It is your boy Sirius. I wanted to make this quick live stream because I'm definitely going to be busy for the next few days on this Thanksgiving adventure. So I want to speak on something one-on-one with you guys, just to keep it real. Because I'm slightly getting annoyed with people complaining about situations that they put themselves in. And I'll definitely break it down Barney style. And this is more towards the women than the men. Because the men, more likely than not, they know better. Women do not. But I'm going to just speak in general, okay? When it comes to choices, gentlemen, you always have a choice. I don't want to hear no fucking complaining, no bitching, or moaning about the situation you put yourself in. Got it? Yeah, of course, in life, you're going to take an L. Don't get me wrong. But you need to accept the consequences that comes with the choices. Just like it's a simple fucking concept. I don't know what's so confusing about it. I don't know what is so fucking, you know, Albert Einstein level equation in it. Like it's not. Everything you do in life, it is on you. See, I heard this quote, right? There's this quote. I heard a woman say this on YouTube. I forgot what her name was. But she said, when you're born, you look like your parents. When you die, you look like your decisions. I repeat, when you're born, you look like your parents. When you die, you look like your decisions. I'm pretty sure that's a very straightforward quote that everybody can understand. Yes, unfortunately in life, many people out there in the world, you're dealt a very bad hand. I agree with that. I agree. There's things out there that is completely out of your control. But in my opinion, if you have a stable mind, a stable body, you know, and you're able to get shit done, there is no fucking excuse on how you can't get out of the situation that you're in. Oh, I came from the ghetto. Oh, I came from the hood. Oh, I came from nothing. Oh, my parents are poor. Blah, 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 blah. No excuse. None. I just don't want to hear it at that point. Because you, as a man especially, should know that nobody's going to come up in there, swoop in and save the day for you. Nobody's going to come up in there to save you. Unless you got some type of fucking connections, nobody's going to come and save you. So yes, unfortunately, you may have to work harder than the rest. But regardless, you don't want to be in the same place. You want to be in a better situation than the situation you were yesterday. It irks the fuck out of me when I'm hearing people, and I'm talking about real life as well. It irks the fuck out of me when I'm hearing people bitching, moaning, complaining about something that they could have easily avoided or something that they could have easily got out of, but they've nothing but sat on their ass and cried their eyes out like a little fucking spoiled brat. I'm sorry. I can my empathy, my sympathy can only go so far. It can only go so far. Especially for the women. Because ain't no way in hell. If you as a woman are in your mid-30s or in your 40s and somehow, some way you still can't keep a man, that sounds like a you problem. That sounds like a you problem. There ain't no men ain't shit. If all the men that you dealt with ain't shit, what does that make you? Same thing with the men. If you ain't making no money, if you're dealing with nothing but hoes and gold diggers and blah blah blah, they just want you for the cash and the money and blah blah blah. What does that make you? Choices, gentlemen, choices. I'm not trying to sound so passionate, but holy fuck, I'm just hearing too much bitching and moaning lately. Oh my God. If you're okay with the choices that you made, that's one thing. Hey, I got nothing against of what you want to do. Okay, you are your own person. You are an adult. Whatever. Okay, as long as it's not illegal. Okay, as long as it ain't some weird illegal shit. Whatever. It's your choice. But if you're complaining about something that you put yourself in willingly, I have no sympathy for you. I can't fucking do it. It makes no sense. See, that's the big issue of what's going on in society today. Nobody, or how you say, there isn't as many people holding other people accountable anymore. It's all about how they feel. Make them feel good. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You fucked up. You fucked up your life. It's your fucking fault. Unless some crazy world event such as the stock market crashes or something like that, you put yourself in that situation. Get yourself out of that situation. Nobody is going to come and save you, especially as a man. As a man, you're on your fucking complaining will get you nowhere. It will get you nowhere. You chose not to go to trade school. You chose not to get these various jobs that can build up your resume. You chose not to go to college. Well, at this point, kind of good job. But you see what I'm saying? You chose not to improve your life. And now you're in your 30s as a man and you have nothing to show, nothing, no accolades whatsoever to present, nothing to show about your accomplishments, nothing. You've been in the same place for the last 18 to 20 years. Same place, same neighborhood, same location, same group of friends. You didn't do shit. Oh, you gonna blame the system? Oh, it's the system that got me. Oh, it was the system, bro. What are you talking about? They're trying to keep a man down. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Stop. Because I know countless motherfuckers that came from the gutter. And they're doing phenomenal right now. 2 of them are goddamn lawyers. 1 of them is on the way to being fucking a physician. I guarantee you they came from worse neighborhoods than you. You're too fucking lazy. You want to sit on your ass and wait for things to come to you. Like it makes, come on. Yeah, of course life ain't fair. We all know this. We all know life is not fair. It is what it is. But that does not get that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse to me. If life knocks you down, which it does everybody else, at least once in their lives, you get your ass back up, dust yourself off, and you keep it moving. If you have any grievances and stuff when it comes to your situation, that's one thing. Okay, cool. But what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What is your plan? What is your step by step plan to get yourself out of the current situation that you're in? Like, come on. I'm going to read from Iridium Kush right quick. He says, I started my career with some furniture, a shitty car, and the clothes on my back. Today, I'm a millionaire. See? And I guarantee you, Iridium Kush, he busted his ass from just working from the bottom. Guaranteed. Because guess what, gentlemen? Unfortunately, not all of us are going to be trust fund babies. Unfortunately, not all of us are going to win the lottery. As men, we got to recognize that. It is what the fuck it is. We are not women, okay? We don't get freebies handed down to us because we're men. Men don't get freebies. Unless you like Chad and Tyrone, okay, that's a different story. But in general, men do not get freebies. We actually have to bust our ass to get what we want. Second, why? My situation is tough. But I was able to work hard in the army and get the things I want. Now in the position to handle harder times with ease. Bam. Look at that shit. And once again, I'm not saying mindlessly do the hardest work and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. No, you need to make the best possible choice. You need to use your logic, your rational decisions, okay? Cross analysis, whatever the fuck it is, and choose the best possible route to get where you want to be. Not sit on the goddamn couch playing your Xbox 360, eating fucking Doritos and shit, and complaining about how nothing's working out for you. Because newsflash, I sit on the couch. I love some Doritos. I play the game here and there. But hey, I am definitely successful where I'm at right now. That's a whole difference. But guess what? Unfortunately, in today's society, they don't want men like us to hold the mirror to society. They don't want us to say, hey, look at yourself. Look at the piss poor planning. Look at the piss poor decisions that you've made. Look at this shit. Look at you. Look at what you've done. But what are you going to do about it? What is your next plan? Are you going to put in any type of effort to get out of this downward spiral that you're going down in? And then, of course, today's men and women are like, oh, it's not my fault. Oh, it's everybody. Let me blame everybody but myself. It's fucking pathetic to me. It's disgusting to me. It is. It really is. For example, right? Because I already went in on the men. Let me go in on the women. Listen, actually, you know what? Before I begin, and no problem, Iridium Kush, no problem. I think it needs to be said because honestly, it's getting very annoying at this point. Very fucking annoying. Everybody in the chat, put a 1 if you truly care what a woman does. Put a 2 if you don't care what a woman does. And I will explain why. Put a 1 in the chat if you care what a woman does in her life. Put a 2 if you don't care what a woman does in her life. See, I'm seeing mostly 2s and I'm seeing a couple 1s. And I'm going to explain why, gentlemen. I'm going to explain why. Personally, it would have been no big deal if women want to be strong, independent, don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. I do me. I'm a boss bitch. Men can go die in wars because that's all they're good for. But as soon as World War III comes around, or as soon as she hits the wall, she doesn't accept responsibility for the choices that she made. She doesn't accept the situation that she put herself in. And then they want to bitch and moan saying, oh, man ain't shit. I'm like, okay, what kind of man that you're dealing with? Because if you say that all men ain't shit, then what does that make you? What does that make you? Because the statistics don't lie. The men that ain't shit, you just going after the Chad and Tyrones. You don't give a fuck about the average dude. And of course, these guys that has the ability to have options, they're not going to treat you special. They're not going to treat you like some fucking princess because there's thousands of princesses waiting in line, waiting for you to fuck up. No, fuck that. They're not even going to wait for you to fuck up. They're just going to go after the same man right in front of you. And now you're all up in your fucking feelings and salty. You want to put the whole generalization on every goddamn man ain't shit when 80% of the goddamn male population you don't even consider as human. But as soon as you hit middle age, as soon as you become a single mother, as soon as you possibly get STDs, as soon as you got multiple baby daddies, as soon as you're thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, you don't want to be strong and independent anymore. You don't want to be strong and independent anymore. All of a sudden, now you want to be traditional. All of a sudden, now you want to look for that long-term relationship when you're clearly only have 3, 4, 5 years left of your beauty until you turn into an old fucking hag. Really? What sane man or what man of value would even accept that type of shit? You chose to not get married between the age of 18 to 35, 40 years old. You chose not to find a long-term husband. You chose not to have kids. You chose to fuck as many dudes as possible. You chose to compete and disrespect men. And now these very same men don't want you anymore. You don't want to accept accountability for it? How is it a man's fault that you're single? It makes no sense to me. How is it a man's fault when you're the one that doesn't even see men on your level? Why? Like I'm confused. Because I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, you yourself are confused. Because honestly, you want to have your cake and eat it too. You honestly believe that you can just be a 304 for a decade or two, and then your Prince Charming is going to be waiting at the end of the rainbow. That's not how life works. But as soon as I tell the truth, as soon as I drop the reality on her, I'm the bad guy. I'm worse than Osama bin Laden. You already know the saying, gentlemen. If you want to make a woman mad, tell her the truth. Because they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear those sweet, sweet lies. But, I guess the statistic coming out saying that almost 50% of women will be single, aka non-married by 2030. I guess that's bullshit according to modern women, right? They're going to learn the hard way, though. Like what Herman said, yeah. Modern women got to learn the hard way, and they definitely will learn the hard way. They honestly think that the countless channels that talks about this, they honestly think that we're kidding. They honestly think that we're joking around. But watch when they get no attention anymore. Because that's the thing. Attention is currency. As soon as they can't keep up with their figure anymore, as soon as they get the crow's feet, as soon as, they find out that, she's a single mother, multiple baby daddies, and she's fucked. She's fucked. Unless she can find some gullible simp that she has to settle down with. Yes, settle down. Because that's pretty much what she's doing when she is in her late 30s, early 40s. And she's going to resent her simp husband or her simp boyfriend because Chad and Tyrone, or the successful Chad and Tyrone, don't want her. So she has no choice but to latch on some gullible simp for survival. But guess what? I don't feel bad because that's her choice. That's her choice. Choices, gentlemen, choices. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting very insane to the point where uh, today's women have no excuse. Today's men have no excuse. If today's women want to be a 304, I have no sympathy if they suffer from the consequences of being a 304. If today's men want to be a simp, I have no sympathy if they suffer the consequences of being a simp. There's way too much information out there, gentlemen. Way too much information. This type of content has been around on social media since what, early 2010s? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Especially when you have people that has mainstream influence like Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tate or etc. Once again, I don't agree with the Griffin stuff, but majority of what they say, I agree with. I agree with. It aligns what we're trying to say. Not that you still should get married. Nah, I don't agree with that bullshit. You shouldn't get married in 2022. Like you're a lost cause if you still want to get married. Who 346? He says, I say women can't do self-reflection. That means accepting responsibility. No, they can't do. Okay, that's a good statement. Who? That's a great statement. They can't do self-reflection because they never had to suffer the consequences for the actions. Because in order to self-reflect, you have to deal with any type of repercussions, right? Mainly negative. You have to deal with some type of negative consequence or negative repercussion in order to initiate self-reflection. Not too many modern women have to deal with any type of punishment, any type of shaming, any type of negative consequences. So I do agree with you who they can do self-reflection, especially in 2022. It's impossible. Because if they have to self-reflect, that means that they feel guilty of what they've done. And that means that they know that what they've done was wrong. Great statement, who? Great statement. Bain, he says, why doesn't society allow women to face consequences? Won't this boost economy by forcing women to pay for damaged property? No, Bain. I'm gonna explain why. When it comes to facing consequences, that's definitely going to be a liability on the state. Okay. How you say when it comes to facing accountability, especially when it comes to marriage and family courts, the state, the lawyers, the officers that are in the courtrooms, etc., they lose a piece of the pie if women are truly held accountable. Okay, as long as they're able to make up some bullshit reason, right, or find any minuscule, petty reason to take resources out of a man, they will do it because guess what? More likely than not, the man is going to have the money. The woman will not. Because the man has no choice but to work per se. And I'm talking about on average. The man has no choice but to work. The woman, she will rely on some fucking sugar daddy, wherever the fuck it is. So for a woman to face consequences in society, it's just not going to work out because that means everybody's going to lose money in the process. And B, that's definitely going against the narrative of weakening and confusing men, beating men into submission. But definitely a great question, Bane. If the laws get so worse, they can't ignore it. The laws are already pretty fucking bad, but if they make it worse, which they did in Ohio, when they say, "Hey, if a woman inconveniently gets pregnant, right? If it was out of inconvenience, she has the ability to sue a man for child support while the baby is still in the womb." I'm sure that's why you guys are noticing a bunch of Ohio memes on YouTube, because Ohio is a shit fucking state. Who? He says, I don't even think women cry in private about all this. Only in public for manipulation. I almost believe they have no soul. Uh, who? Yes and no. Women only cry about it in private when it's too late. When it's too late. When it's not too late, no, they don't feel bad whatsoever. But once they realize that all their options are run out and they're alone and that they can't get out of their situation, it's going to be a very lonely 30 to 40 years. That's when they will cry real tears in private. I'm liking you guys' participation. I'm liking this shit. There's a lot of engagement today in the chat. I appreciate it. As a Ohio State resident, I can't disagree. Oh shit. But Chaz, he says, I'm okay with being alone. And see, that's a big difference between men and women. Uh, I'm talking in general terms. Men are way more likely to be okay being alone than women. Okay. Because guess what? At the end of the day, men have no choice but to be okay and be alone. If they're not okay with being alone, then unfortunately they're going to be yeeting themselves. So I know there's a lot of men out there that accepted their fate, saying, "Hey, if I get a girl, cool. If I can, have a family and stuff, even better. But if I do." Hey, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hey, I'm back, y'all. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. All right, that's good in the neighborhood. All right, cool. Yeah, best believe, gentlemen, by next month I'm getting a brand new computer because this computer is ass. If not the computer, then I'm gonna at least try to fix the cooling system again because the cooling system is being a piece of shit. But yeah, gentlemen, in general, men are way more likely to be okay be alone than women. Do. Yeah, that wasn't my phone, Steve Sanchez. That was my phone. Oh shit. Iridium Kush. He says, I got invited to a girl's house for Thanksgiving. I'm turned it down. Prefer being alone. I travel all the time. The rest of the world can fuck off as far as I'm concerned. Hey, I agree, man. I agree. Like personally, I don't really want to do the Thanksgiving stuff, but at the same time, I know at the moment I won't hear the end of it from my family. So I'm gonna go and just do my thing. But best believe I'm taking a shit ton of leftovers. Bam. The Chaz, he says, I haven't had any loving touch from a woman besides family. I can't live without women. They can't live without men. I agree. I agree. The only thing a man needs from a woman is reproduction. Women need men for reproduction and survival. I'm talking about biological sense, right? If you want to go into the nature versus nurture, I could definitely do in the next stream. But biologically, women need men more than men need women. God damn. I'm If only we were able to go back in the day where shaming was actually, valid. Shaming was actually working. There's no shame in society anymore. Unless you're a man. Unless you're a man, yeah, society will shame you to fucking oblivion. But when it comes to, women, there's no shame. You're not allowed to shame. You can possibly go to jail for shaming women these days. That's that's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. That's what I'm saying, gentlemen. This has to be some type of systematic propaganda shit because at the moment they're encouraging women to be no more than dogs in heat, fucking twerking it up, talking about period and I'm a bad bitch and shit. Like, come on. You already know it's bad enough. And I know I said the story before. Cardi B, when she saw her daughter walking into the room, Cardi B turned off her own music. So, in my opinion, a lot of these women out here in society today, they know what they're doing is fucked up, but they just don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. As long as they are having fun, as long as they're good. Sergeant Grinch, can you explain to me what a hate crime is? To me, murder is murder. I don't care what the reason was. Um, hate crime, at least in my definition, is premeditated murder based on, discrimination of, you know, race, religion, sex, color, etc. Pretty much you're going after a person because of who they are. And in the sense of, you know, hey, you're black. Let me go ahead and take you out because you're black. That's pretty much hate crime in a nutshell. When I traveled last week to Vegas, I don't think I saw one woman smile at me. I don't care how attractive you are. If your attitude is garbage, so are you. I agree, 1,000,000%. I don't give a fuck how fine you are. If you're a bitch, you go from a 9 to a goddamn like 2. I'm being generous. I cannot deal with a shitty attitude. Okay. I just can't whatsoever. I'm telling you right now, I've dealt with a lot of women in my life that has this, fuck you, I'm gonna do me, you're a man, you ain't shit, you can't tell me what to do, you're a male, blah blah blah. You guys already know. Uh I don't think that's happened yet according to law. I'm sure somebody went to jail over false allegations, right? A man looking at a woman and then a woman perceive it as, oh, he's being a creep. Oh, sexual assault. But I know that somewhere in Australia, a club, shout out to Nixon, a club said, hey, if you stare at somebody for like more than 3 seconds, then you're harassing this person and you will get kicked out or other measures will be taken. So there's definitely things popping up like this, even staring at a female. And what's even worse is, shout out to Nixon, I saw what he posted, I think around last week. Also in Australia, there's possible jail time if a woman feels coerced to like have sex or something. Coerced. So if a man asks her if she's DTF and she interprets that as I'm being coerced, that's automatic jail time, gentlemen, somewhere in Australia. I will definitely get more in detail this weekend, but when I read that from Nixon, I'm like, oh my God. So women complain about why men aren't approaching them anymore. But then they turn around and they advocate for laws like this. They advocate for stigmas like this, to where a man can't even walk down the street without being labeled as a creep or whatever, and possibly get some jail time over it. And they want to act all upset and confused why men aren't even approaching them anymore. Come on. This is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. They want their cake and eat it too. And this situation, I don't even know if that even applies. You want no. They want Chad Tyrone to approach them. If they deem you not Chad Tyrone, then bam, you can possibly go to jail. What makes it even worse is not even Chad Tyrone is safe. Because what if she gets with Chad Tyrone and he does his thing and ghosts her? She can easily get him in trouble as well. Easily. I'm sure you guys seen countless court cases on TV, on the news of not pro athletes, college athletes or high school athletes or the jocks and all that stuff possibly facing jail time, or there were college athletes that did serve jail time off of false allegations because they might have smashed and she regret the decision, or she got rejected by this so-called college athlete and she got pissed about it. Yes, that's why I say all the time. In the Western society today, gentlemen, you gotta protect your seed, man. Like this ain't no fucking joke. Because right now, at this point, all it takes is one wrong move. That's all it takes. One wrong move, and you are in a whole world of hurt. Whole world of hurt. And people want to say, "Oh, Sir Eudes, you just over exaggerating. Oh, Sir Eudes, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, you hate women." Statistics don't lie. Male experiences don't lie. Go outside, look around you. Reality does not lie. You can literally walk outside and see how fucked up the game is for men. You can turn on social media or TV and see how fucked up the game is for men. To the point where a lot of these men are saying, "No, I'm not participating." How are you going to act all shocked and fucking confused and assuming that these men hate women when the game is rigged for them to get ruined? These men are going to be ruined for participating. You see what I'm talking about, man? When they move the goalposts, you see what I mean when I say they move it to fit their narrative? For example, right? There's women out there that will call you an incel, right? If you call out if you call out their bullshit or you criticize them, right? They go, "Oh, you're an incel," but they will turn around at the same time and make fun of that very same man for not getting any type of sex. And then if she gets rejected by the man, right? If she gets rejected, she will call a man gay. See, you see how the game is rigged towards men? Let me repeat it. If a man criticizes her Jezebel 3 or 4 behavior, he is called an incel. But if a man isn't really get anything and he's doing his own thing, he's made fun of for being a virgin or made fun of for not having enough bodies. But then if a woman wants this man and the man says, "No, I don't want you," he's called gay. So why would a man participate in this rigged game? You can't make this shit up. Make it make sense. Please. Please do. Yes, accountability is kryptonite for them. It is. Because no matter what you do as a man, it's still your fault. I repeat, no matter what you do, it's still your fault for some fucking reason. So how the fuck are these model women so confused and lost on why men are walking away? Because no matter what they do, they still lose. Jashid, he says, I have almost zero friends. Even family, you have some total a-holes. I agree. My circle of friends are very small. All right. I'm talking about actual ride or die friends. Okay. I have a very small circle. And yeah, there are some assholes in the family as well. That's true. But at the same time, if they haven't done anything heinous to you, try not to hold it against them too much. Okay, hold them accountable, but don't hold a grudge. Because I'm going to keep it real. Depending on what type of family you have, right? I don't know your whole story, Jashid, but family is one of the main or one of the last people that actually has your back. Right? Even if it's just one person in the family. I do not know how to say your name, Sith, Thaunet, Sith. I barely trust men around me. Listen, what my thing going through life is don't trust anybody 100%. Don't trust nobody 100%. You can trust people, but never trust them 100%. I'm not saying be paranoid, but don't have your expectations so high that you'll be extremely disappointed. Keep your head on a swivel, have situation awareness, and look for the signs. If your gut is telling you something ain't right, your gut's probably right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Goddamn, Susan does not like me. But hey, as my only share for today, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there's a link on top of the chat. Cash App / Sir Yeetus. Any donations appreciated. Okay? Because after this stream on Saturday, fuck this. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Anyway, on Saturday, I'll definitely be going full speed ahead with my second channel. I did a test run last week, I think it was. So best believe this weekend I'll be working on my second channel. Steve, it's getting to that point. It's definitely getting to that point. I'm about to bury this computer. All right, guys, let me know one more time. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I have to make sure if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. All right, cool. So, like I said before, if you want to support your boy, link on top of the chat, Cash App, Sir Yeetus, okay? Any donation is appreciated. Right now, I'm pretty hyped for this weekend because it will be the 200th live stream on this channel. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna bring in some big dogs to have a great stream. On top of that, at that point, I'm solely focusing on my second channel. But for this channel, there's gonna be something a little bit different. I'm going to be working on shorts, like the shorts. Now, when I put in the hashtag, I'm going to be working on actual shorts. So I'm going to make sure I can, make it look nice and presentable. So I can have some type of professionalism about it, okay? And I am about to go crazy with these type of shorts because once again, yes, I've noticed that the algorithm changed. The algorithm changed to where I guess shorts is king right now. Everybody is doing shorts. So I'm definitely going to be doing that with this channel. Nothing's going to change. It's just that I'm going to be creating actual shorts. So, gentlemen, I definitely enjoyed this stream. It's something that I have to get off my chest, and I will say it again if I need be. I will definitely say it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? Your choices, your consequences. You made your bed, lie in it. Okay? Like the saying goes, you can ignore reality, but you cannot escape the consequences of ignoring reality. I know you men in here, I know you guys understand that. I'm just saying this for the future viewers of this stream. Because I'm tired of this victimhood that's taken over lately in the West. It's not my fault. It's everybody else's fault. I didn't do nothing wrong. Oh my God. Translation, you did nothing. You did nothing to get out of your situation. Now look at you. Look at you. Now I don't want to hear you bitching or moaning until you do something about it. If you were doing something about it and things weren't going your way, that's one thing. But if you're just sitting on your ass, you're like, oh, everybody hates me. Oh my God. Oh, it's the government. The man's trying to keep me down. Get that shit away from me, please. Because that's mad annoying. I'm not gonna say your whole name, but Space Lord, thank you for the $20 donation through Cash App. Greatly appreciated, bro. It's gonna go real good. The money that you guys donate is gonna go to the second channel, okay? Because I'm still going to see if I can make it all news like. It's gonna be like a news theme. I got ideas, and Gecko Ninja, the Gray Ninja, the Manic Mechanic, all of them, they're going to be definitely assisting me on this situation, change the format to look good. So, Space Lord, you definitely did me a service. I appreciate it, bro. I'm pretty sure that I pretty much said everything that I needed to say, all right? Unless I need to do a part 2 if I continue to hear a lot of fucking, bratty, piss poor behavior. Shit, that might do a part 2. But guys, I really do hope that you enjoy your Thanksgiving. I truly do. Please be thankful about your situation right now, okay? Be thankful that you did not fall for the gynosector system. Be thankful that you did not get drugged through the divorce and family courts. Okay. You learned before everybody else. And for the people that went through the ringer and had to deal with this gynocentric system, Be thankful that you learned from your mistakes, because unfortunately, there are countless simps out there that will get married again, 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 again. And what do we call that, gentlemen? That is insanity. The definition of insanity is you do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. So there's a shit ton of things to be thankful for. Whether you're with your family, whether you're with your friends, or whether you're by yourself, okay? Definitely take time to self-reflect on your position in life right now and just appreciate that, damn, I'm aware of what's going on, and I'm glad that I'm aware, and I'm definitely going to celebrate. Because, gentlemen, at the end of the day, there's no shame in being a man. I'm going to celebrate the fuck out of masculinity till the day I die. Yes, there's a lot of obstacles and adversity that we have to go through, but God fucking damn, it feels good to be a man. I'm sure you guys feel the same as well. But I'm going to leave you guys be. Enjoy the turkey or enjoy the whiskey on the ice. Just enjoy this Thanksgiving weekend, please. It is your boy, Sir Yeetus. Hopefully you enjoyed the gems that I dropped on you today. And thank you anybody that decided to donate as well. I am out. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.